Codeless events are a feature that's unique to Oribi. The baseline for analyzing your marketing is tracking all the main actions your visitors perform: purchases, signups, and subscriptions. As you probably know, tracking these actions can be a pain. While with all other tools you're dependent on developers, Oribi's codeless events will enable you to create any event using no code at all and without making any changes to your website. How do these codeless events work? By default, Oribi tracks all the events on your website, every button click, form submission, or page visit. Oribi counts unique visitors, meaning that if the same visitor visits the same page or clicks the same button a number of times, it will only be counted as one page visit or one button click. Well, this ensures that your data isn't skewed by outliers and also allows you to have a better feel for your audience reach. Hundreds, if not thousands of events are tracked on your site each minute. Since that's a lot to sift through, Oribi provides the Pin an Event option, which will help you focus on your primary events, as well as create groups of different events. Think of it like tacking your most important events, the ones you want to keep an eye on, up onto a bulletin board so they're always easy to find. You can always unpin and repin events too. When deciding which events you should pin, start by creating a list of the behaviors you'd like to track. What do you want visitors to do on your website? We recommend listing 5 to 10 actions like signups, purchases, adds to cart, and downloads, just to name a few. For instructions on how to create this list, see the link below. Now, let's start pinning those events. Start by selecting the first button you'd like to pin. For example, create an account. Just start typing its name in the search box and Oribi will find it for you. Search buttons according to the label that appears on them on your website. Oribi will automatically detect all the buttons that direct to the same page. So if, for example, you have several buttons on your site with the same function, such as sign up, create your free account, or whatever else, Oribi will add them all to your pinned event, provided they link to the same page. Keep in mind that you can remove any of the buttons that appear in the list. You can also add more button labels and more destination links, meaning that all buttons matching a certain label or directing to any other link you select will be added to this pinned event. On the right side, you'll see a list of all the pages your selected buttons appear on. You can always exclude any of those pages from your pinned event. If you're pinning a web page, search for it either by its URL or by the page name as it appears on the browser. An important part of Oribi's pinned events is the ability to pin a group of pages, such as all of your blog, landing, or product pages. To pin a group of pages, you can either enter a phrase that appears in all of them, such as /blog, or choose them one by one. Note that if you define a page group by a phrase, every new page you add to your site that includes this term will automatically be added to this pinned event, and this will save you a lot of time. There are 2 important things to note about pinned events. 1, all the data is retroactive. As soon as you pin an event, you can see all the data collected for that event going back to when Oribi was initially added to your website. Immediately see which visitors performed the event or what channel they came from. No need to wait to start seeing data after you set the event. It's already there. 2, you've got the past and future covered. One of the major headaches you'll face with other tools is that even after you've defined your main events, they still require maintenance. With Oribi, you won't need to adjust the code every time you modify your website. Oribi automatically detects new buttons that match your pinned events definition and adds them to the event. If you want to edit or delete pinned events, go to the Manage Pinned Events section. Oribi also offers the option to easily export your pinned events to Facebook ads, Google Analytics, and MailChimp. You'll learn exactly how to do this in one of the upcoming chapters. Finally, you may wonder what to do if you can't find one of your website events in Oribi. Well, this could be due to a few reasons, so there are 3 steps you can take. First, Oribi identifies buttons and pages when they are clicked or visited for the first time after adding Oribi to your site. Try clicking the button or visiting the page yourself, and then refresh Oribi. Next, some buttons might be a part of an iframe, which is the embedding of a different website, say YouTube, within your website. To track those buttons, either install Oribi on the iframe itself or create a custom event. And finally, the button might be an image, which means Oribi won't be able to detect its label. Try scrolling through the buttons list until you find the image. And that's a wrap for our introduction to pinned events. Now, go try pinning some of your own.